oh, you Asian. You ain't gonna have no options compared to white or black men. Okay, I mean, he ain't lying, right? He's not lying at all. On average, we don't got that many options compared to black or white men on average in America.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Let's talk about this. I saw this on Instagram, but also Proud Black Woman on TikTok also talked about this. And this Asian guy, he is, well, a lot of people said, I hear my people, but I don't see my people. I believe he's from Atlanta. He's from Atlanta, and well, he has a preference. He will date Asian women, but I believe he said he prefers other women. I think well, I can tell he likes black women, but he might like Hispanic women too. And he's telling Asian men, I'm not going to let rejection or the stereotypes basically about us Asian guys stop me from shooting my shot when it comes to women. And I'm telling you, women respect confidence. I love a man who is confident, who knows what he wants. Even if I'm not interested, women like a man who approaches a lot of women. Okay, there are, like they said, there are plenty of fish in the sea. You never know what will happen. So he said being an Asian man won't stop me again from shooting my shot when it comes to women. Asian men get a lot of bad stereotypes just like black women. And look, like I said, I dated an Asian man before, and while it was a horror story for me because of his mother, his racist mother, that's not the case for other black women. I see a lot of black women who are with Asian men who are married, who have very beautiful, loving, happy relationships. Some of them don't even live in the US. Some have moved to Korea and China. You might see this up north in New York, California. There's a lot of Blasians and Blasian couples out in California. Usually a lot of black men with Asian women, but there is an increase of Asian men with black women. In the Caribbean, there are a number of Asian men, also Indian, which is Asian, who are with black women, and being mixed and dougla and all that stuff, and having Asian ancestry is not uncommon in Jamaica, for example. So he said, all right, so I'm going to play the video. Let me play the video real quick of what he's saying about, look, you got to shoot your shot. People try to come at us Asian men, try to, make us seem effeminate and all this other stuff. No, 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 no. And I'm happy to see an Asian man standing up, damn it, because a lot of Asian men are very attractive. A lot of Asian men are very beautiful. I'm going to show you some examples of who I always thought was really cute. And it's a shame some of those stereotypes, just like against black women, there's always some truth in some stereotypes, and lies in it. It's not always true at all. People are people at the end of the day. And a lot of Asian men, look, I have a whole video on the top three reasons I think that Asian men and black women make a good pair. Asian men value education. They marry, they take care of their families. A lot of them have good careers, and it's a lot. I'm not saying they're super perfect because that wasn't my experience, but I can't vilify all Asian men just because of the Asian guy that I dated. He doesn't represent all Asian men. And check out that video that I did. So let's jump right into it. Let's jump into this video. Let's see what he's saying in a video response, because people thought that he has something against his own race of women, Asian women. Let's see what he is saying.
I had a motherfucker all about my conversation on my last reel talking about some, oh, you Asian. You ain't gonna have no options compared to white or black men. Okay, I mean, he ain't lying, right? He's not lying at all. On average, we don't got that many options compared to black or white men on average in America. But guess what, motherfucker? I don't give a fuck about it. Asian motherfuckers be at the bottom in terms of the dating market, but guess what? I'm not finna let that shit stop me. You know why? Cause shooters shoot. And guess what? If you're not gonna shoot the shot, you was never gonna get shit. I don't give a fuck if I'm Asian. I don't give a fuck about that. I know most of my shots is not going in because I like women that's not Asian. But guess what? I'm still gonna try, motherfucker. Shooters gonna shoot. I'm not gonna let rejection get the best of me. I'm not gonna put my head down. I'm not gonna stop trying just gotta get turned down a few goddamn times. Hell nah, bro. Most of my shots is not going in. But does Steph Curry make all his shots? No. And he's the greatest shooter of all time. So to all my Asian men out there, please understand that if you don't make no goddamn moves, if you don't shoot your shot, you was never gonna get shit. Period. Don't listen. I had a whole lot of people under my comment section, under my reel that went viral, talking about some, oh, how come you don't like Asian women? Why you discriminate against your own race? First of all, I never said I discriminate against my own race. I never said that shit. I just said I prefer women that's not Asian. Second of all, I'm a petty ass motherfucker. You feel me? I'm a petty ass motherfucker. You know why? Because I remember them days of women, Asian women, talking about some, oh, I don't date Asian men. I don't like Asian men. I like white boys. You know what I'm saying? Talking about some, oh, they look like my brother. I will never date my own kind. Listen, Asian women be the main ones dating outside their race. I hope y'all know that. When y'all looking at the marriage statistics and the dating statistics, the main group that be dating out their race is Asian women. By far. It's not even goddamn close. You see what I'm saying? Asian women never found Asian men to be attractive. So I'm a petty ass motherfucker. They want to be petty like that. I'm finna be petty. The fuck? Who I look like to you? You feel me? But I say all that. I'm still not going to discriminate. If there's a fine ass Asian girl to come my way, I'm not going to discriminate. But I just
So look, he said what he said, and you can already tell he likes black women, and he does sound kind of, I'm not trying to be mean, but he does sound hood. I do date other races of men, but I don't typically date hood men, whether they're black or not black. Um, look, but he seems like a confident man. He might treat you very well, and I like that he is sticking up for Asian men because there are Asian men. I have seen some Asian men make videos talking about hardships of dating or these stereotypes, and they were very good looking, very masculine. Okay. And it's just a shame. But black women can relate when people are always trying to give black women the worst stereotypes and everything like that. And a lot of Asian men and black women relationships have been very successful and long lasting. It's not the case for everyone. Again, I had said before, if I date different groups of men, I prefer he's more Americanized, more Americanized, whatever. He doesn't always have to be, but you need to research because there are things in certain cultures where the family will come first before you. Even if you're right, the man might pick the family side, or his mother runs everything, trying to pick his wife behind your back or while you're dating him, or certain expectations of you that maybe you might not be used to from your culture that's expected in his culture. I can tell you from my experience that, and I'm not saying they're all the same, but they will be watching, judging, testing to see if you could be his wife, or in some cases you could be perfect and the woman still has an issue because she's racist and all that. But it's 2026. There are a lot more interracial couples. There's a growing number of Asian men who are dating different groups of women, and they like Asian women. And in some cases, they don't always. And like he said, Asian women, they date out. Everyone knows a lot of them date white men, which is their choice. And a lot of black men date outside the race. I feel like no one can say anything to me when you date out the race yourself, especially at a higher amount than me. Mind your business, leave me alone. I can date who I want to date. I don't have to explain a damn thing to you or anyone. And I have a right to be happy. I deserve happiness. And um, a lot of Asian men definitely need to listen to him. And not all Asian men are suffering from having low confidence, but there are some who do in dating because, they don't always promote women to date the Asian man. There are certain things they say about Asian men. I'm not even going to say, y'all have heard it. And it's not always true at all. I feel like, look, date who you want to date. I've never not dated somebody because of what somebody else said. I don't give a damn if you like what I like or not. I don't care if you think it's taboo. I don't care what you think. It's about me and my happiness. And that's what it's about. Okay. And if you have to cut off friends and family that are racist people to be happy with your partner, then do that because you only have one life. And I really believe that. I don't believe that I should be suffering or I should be unhappy or I have to date who you tell me to date, like you run my life and I'm a grown woman. I don't think so. And a lot of people are attracted to other people outside of their race, a lot than what you always hear of. Okay. I have seen some very handsome, gorgeous Asian men. As a matter of fact, let me show you real quick. Let me show you real quick. Okay, we have Russell Wong. Russell Wong is actually Asian, but I thought he was just Chinese, but he's not. And I found out that he has a half black daughter, and he was in Romeo Must Die, but I remember him in the Joy Luck Club. He has always been so damn gorgeous to me. Russell Wong, okay. Gorgeous. We have Jin. Now, I did say I don't want the hood men, but Jin is good looking, and he's a very good battle rapper, and he has a lot of charisma, and I always thought that Jin was cute. Okay, also you have Jason Scott Lee. He was really my first Asian crush. He played Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. He did a phenomenal job, and he was so doggone gorgeous in that film. And then we have Gung Yo. He's Korean, and he is a lead in Squid Game, and he just aged like fine wine. He's very, very handsome. So, look, I mean, people will see Asian men with black women, but it's not uncommon, again, always in the Caribbean. In the United States, you don't always see it. Maybe again in California. I had an Asian guy that liked me years before I even dated an Asian man. There was some chemistry, you know. I could tell he liked me. He was attracted to me. A lot of us are attracted to different people. It's just not something that we always run around announcing to people, but you do see in 2026 a lot more people all over the place are dating people that they're attracted to physically, because there are beautiful people on earth all over the place, including your own race. And it's not always as taboo. It still is, though, because it's not common to always see. When I dated an Asian man, that was over a decade ago. There were a lot of people who want to stare, talk, look, be mean, or just in shock, because it's not something that you see a lot. Women who get angry, who get jealous, who make comments, men who get angry and make comments, people all over the place, different groups and races or whatever. That's not even Asian or black, who have a problem or stare. It's just because when you're not used to seeing it a lot, people can't always believe it. But, that's not our problem, those of us who interracially date. I mean, if you want to be ignorant, if you want to be prejudiced, if you want to judge, if you want to make assumptions, I mean, that's you. People are going to date who they want to date and have love stories, fall in love, get married if they want to have kids. And we can't change the world. I can't change that there are prejudiced and racist people on the planet, or whatever. Is always going to be here. It's just, and I'm not going to live my life for you or worried about what you think. And a lot of Asian men want to be happy. A lot of Asian women date outside their race. A lot of white men, a few black, but a lot of white. Whatever. And Asian men, a number of them are like, you know what, damn it, I'm attracted to other women, or I want to date. So why can't I also date who I want to date? Even with a lot of white men, a lot of white women are with black men. You see an increasing number of white men with black women. And it's not because they never were interested, because since we were teenagers, middle school, high school, a number of us have been attracted to each other, but it wasn't always something that you saw all the time and promoted. And just times are changing. People are dating who they want to date in 2026. And my thing is this: is look, if you're not attracted to other races, that's okay. No one is forcing people to date other groups of people. We have brains of our own. We're grown people. If you don't want to interracially date, then don't. Nobody is forcing that on you. Okay, just mind your business. To those of us who interracially date, just because we interracially date doesn't mean that we also don't date people within our race. In some cases, some prefer not to. Everyone is different. Okay, and it's good to see an Asian man, sticking up for Asian men. Like the hell with that. Asian women are dating all over the place who they want. And we should date who we want and be happy as well. Be happy as well. Again, and when I dated an Asian man, even though I had my experience with him, I'm not going to vilify all Asian men. He was one Asian guy. There are over like a billion Asian men, and my experience is not the experience of every other black woman, so I can't judge. But I will say that I did learn some things culturally within his culture. And that's what you need to research if you're going to date guys of different cultures. It is a real thing. You need to find out, you know, their culture, how they get down. Um, Observe the mother, because in some cases the mother will try to rule everything. I highly suggest you get the hell up out of there, because it's going to be a problem. Sometimes it can be. I mean, if he has a mother like that, it's not always that situation. Sometimes, in different cultures, family is very important, but sometimes the family might not know that there should be some boundaries that they should not cross. I mean, everyone's different. Everyone's different. So any man that you date, just research his culture, and you'll know if you're compatible or not with him. So there's more I could say, but I'm just going to keep it short with this. Okay, date who makes you happy, and may the best man win. An Asian man, look, he said, "Damn it, we're not going down like that. We want to date, and we can date other races too. And I'm not gonna let rejection stop me from finding my damn woman." Okay, and I think that that is smexy. A man with confidence. A lot of women love that, and I just love this picture right here of Jet Li and Aaliyah. We know her film Romeo Must Die, that also has Russell Wong. um, I hear that they wanted them to kiss, but they didn't do it because at that time, maybe they thought people weren't ready to see this. There have been a few films out with Asian men with black women, but not all the time. I would love to see more films like that. I remember Jet Li says that he gets sad when he comes to the US because he thinks of Aaliyah. Rest in peace to Aaliyah. And I love that they did that film together. It was a great film, ahead of its time. I love it so much, and I'm all for it. Again, let us know in the comment section. Have you ever dated an Asian man? What type of Asian man are you attracted to? Because I can tell the difference between Asians. For example, a lot of Chinese men, they have sharp features, very slanted eyes, sharp features, in my opinion. A lot of Japanese guys, they have rounder faces and more oval eyes. Cambodians tend to look kind of Blasian. Koreans can be a little bit more taller. They do have sharp features, very attractive. Filipinos kind of mix, which they are, but you can still tell that they're Asian. And Vietnamese, I might have said that wrong. And the Thai, they tend to have more of a golden, a little bit of color, a little bit. But I can tell some differences. But yeah, I've seen a number of Asian men. Before people even started talking about Asian men's dating lives and black women's dating lives, I've seen some Asian men that I thought were attractive. And there was an Asian man who was attracted to me, and definitely felt he was attracted. And it's just not something that everybody always talked about. It's not as new as what people want to believe, but it is in the United States, with seeing more couples out in the open in the numbers that you're seeing. It doesn't mean the attractions were never there and we didn't find each other attractive or flirted or went on a date, but really committing, actually getting married, actually dating, introducing to family and friends, posting photos together. Okay, and there was a time black girls who were into K-pop or liking Asian guys, some people talked about it. Today, it's not always. A lot more people are not as judgmental, but at the end of the day, I mean, if I'm gonna like who I like, And I don't give a damn what you think about it. I don't care if you find the man I find attractive. I don't care if you have a problem if I think he's cute or I'm interested in him and he's not black. I don't care what your opinion is. I'm not living my life for anyone in this crazy world that we're in. And, again, no one's forcing people to be with people they don't want to be with, but people who want to date each other, who are attracted and we're different, just leave people alone, especially if we're not even bashing someone within our race when we date them. We're just dating and we want to be happy, So times are changing, and I've never been influenced by TV or music videos or other people on who to date. I am a grown woman. I will date who I want to date. Even when I was a teenager, I never let what other people thought influence who I'm attracted to. Like, who are you to dictate who I'm attracted to, or tell me who I can be attracted to, or tell me what to like and all that other stuff. So, these type of videos will trigger some people. Um, all I have to say is if you're very pro only your race, then date within your race, find a wife, find a husband or whatever, and have kids and get married and live your life, and stop obsessing over people who interracially date, because it's never gonna stop. So that's pretty much it. He's representing again for Asian men. I think that is great for Asian men to hear another Asian man tell them, like, stop letting people make you feel like you have to go and be at the bottom and accept rejection and you can't have anyone and this and that. Hell no. I'm gonna shoot my shot too. I'm a man, damn it. So that's very sexy. The confidence to see that. Okay, so that's all for this video. Let us know in the comment section. Have you ever interracially dated an Asian man? What was your experience? Would you date an Asian man? What type is there a type that you have, since they are different? What are your fears about it? What do you like about Asian men, or just how do you feel about what he said? So that's it. Please like, share, and subscribe again. Hit the bell and click all notifications so you know when I'm live and when I am uploading. You all take care. Bye, everybody.